Well, hello, guys. It is Tuesday night. That means it's the Tuesday night hangout. And we have Shane. We had Will in here just a minute ago. Hopefully, he comes back here. Um, Shane, how are you doing today?
I am slightly under the weather. Got a little chest cold thing going on. So, other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
There you go. Saw on the internet or on Facebook that you found your cat. What's going on with your cat?
Oh, apparently she got locked in the bay, which is thankfully air conditioned during the long weekend. And I couldn't find her this morning, which she always greets me and shows me where my office door is every morning, like I don't know where it's at already. And yeah, she just didn't show up until after lunch today, about 1 o'clock. She showed up in all her glory, and I yelled at her, and she went and ate. So she's good.
Right. Well, that's a relief. So, let's see a little bit. Mark won't be here. Mark's busy tonight. He was doing a little bit of, I think, moving is what he texted and getting or the house stuff, and so he's tired. He's going to be hitting the bed a little soon. This weekend, Jade and I went to a fly-in that we've been kind of pushing, and that's in Torchport Air Park, which is up in the, I was corrected on how to pronounce this. It's the southern peninsula of Michigan, the northern end. And actually, it was Mike Cotter that explained all about Michigan to me this weekend. He was out there. There was a lot of guys out there that I got to meet, and we all met. But the best thing is we had Tim Entz, and everybody knows him as Montana. And most of us have met him down in Georgia at Bad Apples. He ended up driving up to this fly-in, and he stayed with us. And we have the world famous Linda Anderson. And she was up there at the fly-in because she lives about 40 minutes away, 33 miles from this fly-in. So it's kind of convenient for her to get there. But anyway, so Linda, why don't you start? Tell us about your experience at the fly-in. Tell us a little bit about you and what's going on in your life.
Oh my gosh. I can't even begin. I'm just so excited about life right now. It's just amazing. I moved from Arizona. I lived in Arizona for 40 years, and February 2021, I moved back to Michigan because of the divorce thing, all that stuff, and I stayed with the parents for 7 months downstate, and then this last September, I moved up to northern Michigan, which is Petoskey. And my other son lives up here, Ryan, and his girlfriend Leslie. And I got a really cute, super cute apartment, and I love it up here. Every weekend we go out on adventures and we do stuff. And I've been in the mornings, if the weather's okay, it's like 2 miles. I walk down to Lake Michigan. It's beautiful. I hang out there for a couple hours or whatever, and come back and all that stuff. And it's been fun. And then the fly-in. I knew the fly-in was coming up at Torchport, and of course you saw, I put my picture on there because every time we do our road trips, I had to Traverse City. I had to drive by there and get a picture and everything. And I was so super excited about going to the fly-in on Saturday. And honestly, I really didn't. I knew, that, Eric, if you want to fly, yep. And I thought about it and everything, and right. And once I got there, and I was so excited to meet you and Jade, and it was so awesome. And remember, I walked over and I checked out the trike, and my brain's going, man, should I do it? I don't know, and then you went up to make sure everything was cool, and then once you came down, you were sitting there in the field, and Jade and Leslie are like, well, are you ready? And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And man, I sat in that seat and everything. You saw the videos, everybody saw the videos and everything. Hi, chatters, I love you. Was I nervous? Yes. Anxiety? Yes. And I was, kept thinking, what am I doing? And but once, the scariest part was flying across that field, because I felt like I was in my brother's like go-kart when I was growing up, and it was like going really fast. But once we got up in the air and I just grabbed onto those safety bars or whatever, I was good. And everything just started kicking in, the emotions. And poor Eric, I just started yelling, yelling like I did it, woo, and I was so super excited to be up there. It was, and I'm still, I don't even think I still have come down from that, and the adrenaline. And by the time we landed, you saw that was real emotions. Yeah, that's what I was feeling once we landed. I was happy, and I explain, and I look at it, you're never too old to try different things, that's how I look at it. And yeah, I would do it again. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Hey, I
loved it.
I got a real quick question. Is the new guest on the show, is that Wendy Weaver's husband?
That is Justin.
I know.
And I see his beautiful bride in the background wearing a Tuesday night hangout shirt. Thanks for the support.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Went crazy.
Hi, Wendy. So Linda, on your flight, what was the most? Was there? I know the emotions because you were very emotional about it. I could tell you really liked it. I couldn't turn down the microphone far enough, but I tried. What was when you were up there looking at what you were seeing? Tell people, if you could tell people that have never been up in the air, what were you feeling? What were you seeing? What was tell us the experience.
My gosh, it was breathtaking. Even when you told me, okay, and and you said, oh, we're 1,000 feet up, I didn't even freak out about it. I was just like, this is so cool, and I was just amazed. I don't know how to. You have to really to be up there. And now I understand where you guys come from, even though we weren't like 2,000 feet up or whatever. I felt like I was in the clouds. You know what I mean? You just have to. You have to try it. You just have this trike thing is cool. You have to try it just once, and you will understand. What it feels like. Yeah. Man, am I going to get sick or I get dizzy or whatever? And none of that happened. I was so focused on everything around me. I didn't want to miss a thing up there. And it's hard to explain until until you yourself do it, because everybody experiences differently. And
Right.
yeah, like I said, it took me a couple days just to, like I said, I watched the video over and over again, and I still get emotional about it. And I can see why, like a lot of people. I mean, they take like the veterans and all that, and they take them up, they take them up in the sky or whatever, because it's more, to me, it was a very personal experience emotionally, just, it's not just the part, like, I wasn't out there to impress anybody, like, oh, I'm just going to do it because, everybody else does or whatever. It was none of that. It was more just something I wanted to do. And yeah, it's hard to explain. It just put everything in life in perspective for me.
Right.
And everybody's
Did you feel
experiences
any
are different
peace?
in life, and everybody look at it differently.
Did you feel peace up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
I
It
did.
is. So my experience
I did.
when I took
Even though I was
Linda up,
yelling,
my experience when I took Linda up was when we were. I always tell them, this is what we're going to do, and I will give you the opportunity to fly if you would like to. And that's one of Travis's questions: did she get a hold of toggle? So what we did is because I can't communicate real well at full throttle, getting up to altitude, I'll always take them up to 1,000 feet. And then at that point, I'll go to a cruising speed, and then we can talk back and forth and discuss, what's going on around them and what the wing's doing and stuff like that. And our whole time that we went from, I asked Linda, I said, "Are you ready?" And it was nothing. And she said, yes. There was nothing but silence until the wheels left the ground. And at that point she was, she was ecstatic in a happy way. She was loving life. So I didn't have any time to talk if we were going to talk. And she kept saying, "I did it. I am doing this," basically yelling it. But the thing is,
I did. I was up there yelling, "I did it! I did it!"
At that point in time, I couldn't hear my engine anymore because I just heard Linda. But she did. I could tell that she was very happy. And did she take the toggles, Travis? No, she didn't. I asked if she wanted to fly, and she was just ecstatic being up there. And we did do a couple of laps around the airport. And when at this airport, at this fly-in, you can see two lakes. You can see Lake Michigan, and at the same time, you can see Torch Lake. And it's just beautiful blue water. Now, a little bit about this fly-in is it is owned by a guy named Tim Bays and his wife, and they bought this airport, and they really wanted to open it up to the ultralight community. So anybody that's FAR 103 or follows those rules. Also, he has it for general aviation. Now, this fly-in, he charges $0 to fly at. He charges $0 to camp at. And it is put on by Tim. What's Tim's last name? Barry. Tim Barry. And Tim is an instructor out of this airport, but they do a phenomenal job. I don't recall how many pilots there were. I'm going to say probably around 20 to 30 pilots. And they had, this was a benefit fly-in, and they did benefit. They collected money through a pancake breakfast, which was $5, nothing expensive. and it went to the homeless and the food shelters. So for that community. So that was really cool. He does Tim Bays and his wife do an amazing job, and they give back to the community, which was, I mean, just phenomenal. Now, during this, they had general aviation flying in on another runway, and they uh, pulled in a lot of pilots through the general aviation. I would say between 15 and 30 airplanes all day. And we were actually blessed by seeing a Coast Guard helicopter come in and just hover about 20 feet off the deck, um, all the way down the runway. And that was a sight to see. So, I mean, those were the things that
Wow.
if you didn't make it, you should have been there. I mean, it was cool. It was awesome. Um, but anyways, Jade's in here and she's going to screen share a video. And I'm thinking she might have cut it down a little bit. She didn't cut it down much, but we'll try to kind of fast forward through things.
Oh,
Hold on a second and we'll see if we get some volume.
Why are you dressed like it's cold? It's summertime.
that was the best day ever. That was the best day ever.
Well, we can't seem to
It
get
got a
any.
little chilly up there.
It did. It was a little chilly.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
think
turn
it
Jade.
seemed like we were up there like there's Leslie, she's taking that's my friend. Okay, so I was waving everybody. The paparazzi was all out there on the field. It was so cool, and I'm waving everybody as we're going up.
I think a lot of people were waiting for this flight, you know, for you to take off and do your flight. That was the takeoff. And right about that time, I could not hear the engine anymore. All I heard was Linda. But we flew around for about 20 minutes and landed. And Linda was quite emotional at that time. She had tears coming down her eyes, tears of joy, I hope. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
yeah. Great
I
time.
was like the adrenaline. I was like shaking, but it was okay. It wasn't like I was, the scared thing. It was just, yeah, it's just something that if somebody that's never gone up, and done this should do it. They should do it. Absolutely. I just
Yeah,
didn't
so
think about
this
anything
is
else.
no, that's a different video. We'll get into that one in a minute. But yeah, it was a great time, and I'm glad. I was honored to be able to take you up, Linda, and so on and so forth.
And I thank you. I thank you so much. I'm very
you're
blessed.
welcome.
I'm very blessed. Like I said,
Anytime
very
you want to
life-
go
it was
off flying,
very life changing.
yeah, anytime you want to go up flying, let me know and we'll come over and go over to the airport. So Chris Gwynn had a question here. Do I use A-Assist? Yes, I do. It was a little crosswind that day, and that's why I think the wing went over, but whatever. We fixed it. We got it under control, and we had fun. So now the next person that was out there was this guy named Tim. And everybody goes, who's Tim? Well, everybody knows him as Montana. So we have Tim here. Tim, why don't you tell us about you and your life and how you got into paragliding or paramotoring?
So, I mean, I just grew up in a community. I really just basically straightforward work, and if you don't work, you're not well liked, really. So, and then I left home about 3 years ago, and just been working for myself. And then I learned about skydiving So I went skydiving a few times, and I'm like, there's got to be some way for me to do this myself because I can't pay $300 every time I get a jump, or I didn't think it was worth for me to go get training to become a skydive so I could skydive myself. So during watching YouTube videos about skydiving, I was just watching one after the other, and I guess it related videos came up and started playing something about a paraglider, and I saw it had a motor. I'm like, that's cool, and I got into it and watched Tucker a lot, and I was like, you know what, this is super easy. So sorry, Eric, I know I wasn't supposed to mention him, but so I was like, yeah, I bought some gear, and within like the second day I had it, I was in the air, and it's been a life-changing experience. And yeah, especially now coming down to Bad Apples and meeting all the paramotor community, it's just a really great. You get the feeling of like you're just like your family, and it's really a good community to be part of.
So how old, or I'm sorry, you were how old when you left home?
I was 16, or
Okay.
sorry, I just turned 7. I had just turned 17.
Okay. And now how long have you been flying?
I started in November, I believe. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's been about 6 to 7 months, I would say, something like that.
Okay. And how did you learn?
Just watching YouTube videos. I basically watched every instructional video, just put them all together, even just every video I could find instructional, and kind of put it together and learned everything I could from it.
Okay. And you learned to fly in Montana?
Yes. I just
Okay.
had a friend helping me, and I had him stand in front of me about 50 yards out, and when I did a forward launch, I had him, if the wing went to the left, I had him run to the left, and then I basically followed him as a guide to keep me straight till I could get it kind of second nature to feel what the wing was doing, because I really didn't want to kite, because I just wanted to fly so bad.
Okay. Um, this comment up here, if you guys don't understand what that means, is so Tim showed up at the field, and he trained on his own, and he just didn't have anybody in Montana that actually flew or any trainers around his area. So that is why he did learn through YouTube. Not that that's recommended, but he did. But he didn't have a helmet, and I think that he was trying to ground start, and I think actually Will went up to him and say, "Hey, wait, let's talk about this for a second," and kind of got him to understand why we don't ground start. And when he was getting ready to launch, he didn't have a helmet, so I gave him my helmet to use, and it got to the point when I wanted to go up flying, and Jade wasn't flying. I was wearing Jade's helmet because he was up in the air with mine, which I don't care as long as he was safe. That's all that I cared about. But this week, what are we going to build?
My very own helmet.
He's going to build his own helmet. We got everything here to do it, and we're going to build him a helmet.
Yeah.
So he can take that with him on his next journey, wherever he decides to go from here.
Yeah.
So it'll have Bluetooth and everything. But anyways, so at Bad Apples, how was the flying out there?
It was good. It was. I don't think I've ever had as much fun in my life as those 5 days were. It was just action packed, and I don't think. I think I spent more time in the air than on the ground, but it was just so much fun. I got to try out about every wing that I got my hands on, and yeah, ended up buying a new wing because of it.
Yep.
It's just a great time.
what did you think of the Torchport hangout or fly-in?
It was good. The weather was a little funky, but the one day we had to fly most of the day was really good. And yeah, really good people there.
So the one thing that I just want to ask is, can you tell us? We had one day of great flying, and then we had one day of Montana flying. So can you tell us about that launch, those conditions, and what happened?
Okay, so I against everyone's best advice, it felt calm. I didn't really see the trees moving. I guess I was looking in the wrong spot, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know why nobody's flying. It felt good to me, so I launched right before dark, and as getting off the ground was nice and smooth. And I was like, man, everybody's idiots. It's nice and smooth, but as soon as I got about tree level, I changed my tune real quick, and yeah, it just bumped me around, collapsed my wing a little bit, and just made me. I just turned around and made a fast downwind landing, and I realized that I should have listened to people who were telling me I shouldn't. So
Yeah, it was a little gnarly up there.
yeah,
But yeah, you did good on your downwind landing. So let's see. I wanted to. There was a question. Oh, here's a question for you. Where did you get your first gear?
my first what?
Your gear. Where did you get your motor from and your first wing?
Okay, so I bought my first motor. I bought the mini plane. Well, it's still my only motor from Trike Buggy in California, and I had to. I'm not proud of this, but I did kind of have to lie that I was an experienced pilot to get him to sell it to me, and I respect that he doesn't sell to people because it's not a smart idea. And then I went on eBay against every YouTuber's best advice. I went on eBay and bought a used $700 Paratoys wing, and that's how I got my first 50 flights, probably.
Okay. And if people don't know Paratoys wings, they're an older generation wing, and they fly like well, I don't want to say a brick.
Yeah, you could say like a brick. It's like a brick.
They're difficult to. They're even difficult to kite. They're a heavy wing. And what wing do you have now?
I just recently bought the Spider 3 24 meter from Aviator, and
Okay.
I think it's a great wing.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, where are you off to next? Like in a month or so when you leave. So, Montana actually followed Jade and I back to Wisconsin, and he's going to be staying here. And he's working in the business, in my business, doing HVAC work until he earns enough money to get to the next fly-in. So it's up to him how long he's going to stay. But where is next going to be? Where are you going next?
I was planning to go down to Moab and maybe fly down there, hopefully for a week or so, because it seems really cool to fly around the rocks and the arches down there.
Yep.
So I really want to do that, and then I'll probably go home and get back to reality.
There you go. So this is kind of a statement in here. And this is Chris's wife, Kristen. How many hours does John Wayne's wing have on him? And how many hours did John put on that wing?
You mean at Bad Apples?
Yes. How many hours did John have on that wing before he gave it to you? And how many hours does it have now?
I'm not sure how many it had. I think he said a few. I think he just had got it. but I probably put 25 on it, maybe something like it. Maybe
So you-
more. I know. What do you think? I'm not sure. I didn't have a
An
tachometer.
element, right?
I have no
Uh,
clue.
you- I'm sure that you used up a certain percentage of life on his wing, but he didn't seem to care.
Yeah,
So,
he told me I can. Well, he told me when he gave it to me. He told me wear it out. So I did the best I could.
right. So Shane has a question. Any plans to go to the Ohio fly-in?
Which one is that?
So that would be Purdon's. And Shane, when is that?
That is September 2nd, I do believe.
I probably will not make that then because it's right in the middle of haying season at home. So I'll probably be doing that. But isn't I was thinking of going to, is Endless Foot Drag at the end of September?
I do believe so.
Okay, so I was thinking of hopefully making that one, but
Okay.
that'll depend how it goes at home.
Yeah. I'm looking here and we'll see. Oops, not there. Let me see what the. Okay. Purdon's is September 2nd, and Endless Foot Drag would be September 19th through the 25th in Fredona, Kansas.
Okay.
So,
I'll try to make that one, but I'm not sure.
yeah. I honestly think you put on more flights than anybody at Bad Apples. You should have gotten an award for that.
Yeah.
Um, not so self-training is not recommended. Everybody knows that, because there's so much more to learn besides just flying. But I got to say, Tim does fly very well. And every time he flies, he pushes himself to learn something new. And we've talked about it before, don't become complacent, because we want you. I think you have the potential to be an excellent, excellent pilot. So um, you just have to make wise decisions. We've
Yeah.
talked about it. And, I'm going to try to go over some little things with him here while he's here. But no, he's doing good. He's doing good. And everybody seemed to really enjoy your company at both fly-ins,
Yeah.
And Tim's one that will not even know you, and he'll walk down the field and start talking to anybody. So
That's not true.
that is true because where's Tim? Oh, he's down there talking to them.
Well, Will introduced me to every soul on the field, so everybody already knew me. But I can't just talk to strangers. Not really.
Yes, but I think Will was a pretty good mentor.
Yeah.
So, which is good. Um,
Yes, he is.
let's see. All right. Anything you wanted to add to your story, or something we needed to know about you, or?
Just about the self training. It was just definitely. I definitely do not recommend it. People might say that I was lucky, and I won't disagree. But it was the only way that I was gonna fly because I had no time at the job I had at that time. I couldn't have got training, and I probably would have had to just scrap the idea of flying, and I really wasn't about to do that. So it was kind of trying myself or not do it. So I took the chance. But yeah, I definitely don't recommend it, even though it was for me.
One thing that was pretty cool, and I don't think Tim realized it at the time. And when this was all going on, I was up in the air with another student that wanted to take a instructional flight, and Jade has this video. But they were doing a air show at the fly-in, and it was actually how many guys was it? 3 or 4 guys, and if you watch, there's Mike Cotter in the blue wing right there. And then all of a sudden there's Tim with that orange yellow wing. And this is during a kind of a paramotor fly-in. And Tim looked over and there was Mike Cotter doing a wingtip touch. So,
Oh gosh.
right there.
Foot drag wingtip touchdown.
Right.
He
So-
caught me by surprise. I
He
didn't.
did.
I didn't see him coming.
Yeah, he kind of
I
swooped in on
believe
you
it.
and did that. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
But
That's
anyways, no, I gotta
that
say,
looks cool though.
that was your motor, Eric.
Oh, okay, that was. How many hours are on my motor, and how many hours are on my motor now, Tim?
I don't know. I probably put like 3 on him, 4, not that many. I didn't
Yeah.
want to fly too much because it would make me unhappy with mine.
Well, something you may have to work another month here in Wisconsin to earn enough money for a moster.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, it was for me. It was a pleasure taking Linda up, and Tim. It was a pleasure meeting you. Just, I mean, awesome. We're gonna when you are back in Montana, we will take a trip out there and fly with you again because that would be actually kind of neat.
That would be awesome. And
So-
yeah,
Now, the third person we have here is Justin. And Justin wanted to come on the show. And if people don't know Justin, Justin is the husband of Wendy Weaver. That is a pilot. And I think Justin should fly with us. But Justin does something else that's kind of cool. And we are actually going to go watch him. Justin, tell us about you.
Yeah,
Are you on mute?
no, I'm not on mute. I know how to work the computer a little bit. About me. Well, like you said, Wendy Weaver is my wife, and she got into paramotoring. We host Team Paradigm and Aviator at our house for the past 4 years, 3 or 4 years. And we got to go on a tandem ride with one of the aviators, and she come down and she talked to me and said, I want to do that. And I was like, wow, okay. So Wendy got a wing for Christmas, and I had it all set up with her at Aviator and sent her to Florida, and she got trained the foot launch. And while she was training, Mike Brown worked with her on a trike, and she was kind of a natural from what Mike and them had said on a trike. So she's now a trike pilot, and Wendy has traveled all over the country with me, supporting me with my sport that I do of trials riding. So I'm getting old, and I can't keep up with the high school kids anymore. So this is probably one of my last years of riding on the national circuit. And so now I support her, and I get to run around with her and get her wing out, and we're in radio. We talk on the radio while she's up there with her takeoff and landings and whatever she needs. I'm just there to support her. And then I've been fortunate enough to meet a lot of you all. I got to come down to Bad Apples in Georgia and get to meet all of you. Tim, got to hang out with him, and Tim actually went and rescued a couple of people in a storm with me. And so no, it's funny. Both our sports have the same type of people. Kind of a small niche, family oriented type sport. Everybody jumps in and helps everybody out. And it's really neat.
So, for the people that don't know what trials are, can you explain what they are?
So it's called observed trials riding. It's a European sport on motorcycles. So what we do is we go up into the mountains. You'll ride. It's called a loop, and off of that loop there will be 12 to 15 stages of sections that are ribboned off, and you could be going up over up through a creek bed, up over rocks, logs. You can splatter some 8-10 foot high rocks from a zero start, where you're just splatting up, and you ride that course, and you're judged by the observer, and you can get a clean, which means you didn't put your feet down at all inside that section of the obstacles. You can have a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 5 is a failure. And like golf, lowest score of the day after you've rode 3 or 4 loops of all the sections, lowest score wins for the day. So it's called the ballet of motorcycles. It's slow. We're not fast, but it's very precise balance, and you have to, when you walk the section, you pick your line that you want to try to ride and get from one end of the section to the end gate without putting a foot down. And
Okay.
that means sometimes you'll get onto a rock and you'll see me hop sideways. I'll hop backwards. I might. It's There's a lot of different moves that you can do, and you move around on the bike a lot. But like I said, the object is to make it through the obstacles without putting a foot down. So if you get on like YouTube and look at observed trials riding, uh, actually, we just had an event on Fox Sports One Saturday out in California. Uh, that was that's a pretty cool event. It's an invitation from Gas out of Spain. So our motors are a lot like your motor, the newer ones, the liquid cooled motors like the 200 and the stuff that just come out. You
Right.
top ends on those paramotors are that's the same jug and everything as what a trials bike has on it.
Okay. And what bike? Paul Marzano, Las Vegas. He wants to know, what bike do you ride?
I ride for TRS USA, which is out. The bike itself is made in Spain. Jordi Torres created this bike. Jordi is a multi-time world champion, and like me, he's gotten older, and he still rides, but he doesn't compete. And they have built this bike and put it into production about 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, I guess it has been. Um, Before that, I rode for Beta. Beta was another bike made over in Europe. Rode for Scorpa, which is powered by Yamaha. It used to be powered by Rotax. Rode for Montesa. Uh, Never rode gases. For some of the older people, I rode Boltacos. I rode some old Osa Plunkers. I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. So how do I
Okay.
get back to that?
Right. So you are going to be leaving Pennsylvania soon, heading to, where's your first stop?
So we are leaving here. I have to drop off my company truck. I have to drop that off out in Pittsburgh to get some work done. Then Wendy and I are leaving and hoping to go to the airport that you all fly out of this Saturday. And then we get to spend a wonderful with the Lears out in their neck of the woods until about Thursday morning.
Yes. And then we are all heading to
Gilbert, Minnesota, which is what, an hour above Duluth, I believe, isn't it?
about how long?
About an hour above Duluth, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant from here about an hour away. It's like, how fast do you drive?
I drive fast. But yeah, so Friday we'll be practicing at the trial site. There will be a ribboned off area that we are allowed to practice, and it's supposed to reflect kind of the terrain that we'll be riding on, so that you can kind of get used to what kind of traction they have and stuff like that. And then we'll go through tech inspections Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday we compete.
There you go. That'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, so I'm bringing I'm bringing my vintage bike and my modern bike with me with Wendy's paramotor. So you and I will find a creek bed and stuff there by the house, and we're gonna try some sections.
There you go. Great. What is this going to cost to repair? Because
You can't hurt these. Believe me, I've thrown them off cliffs. I've learned to crash gracefully over the years.
There you go. Hey, I'm willing to give anything a try.
So
yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a good time.
Yes, yeah, we're looking forward to coming out and getting to hang out with you guys and stuff.
Yeah, that'll be a fun time.
Yeah, you get a tandem flight with him.
Wendy wants to tandem with you.
There you go. We'll give it a shot. I still got to do some hang tests on there before you guys come out. We're still working on that. So yeah, we will get that all taken care of. Chris Gwynn wants to know, do you have a YouTube show? And if you do, what is it? Or a YouTube channel?
There is a YouTube channel, but it's more of Wendy and Matt. There's a lot of people that fly paramotors here in the Williamsport area. What was it, Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
We went up to our little airport that Wendy flies out of, and there was 8 pilots flying. So it was like a mini little fly-in, which happens quite a bit here. So I have not put anything on that channel yet, but it's as you can see, it's Williamsport Windwalkers, and I will start loading some stuff on that. But no, I'm not a YouTube guy per se.
Just so you know, the only reason why he created it
Was
is
to get
because he
on-
couldn't watch your show or Jade's show because YouTube wouldn't let him even
Sign
just
in.
watch it.
Watch.
He had to sign
Right.
in. Yeah.
Right.
So my daughter created a YouTube channel for me, and here I am.
Oh, there you go. No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, we're gonna post some stuff. Wendy and I have a lot of videos from different places around. Like Wendy and I were fortunate enough to go. I went scuba diving in Mexico, and we were swimming with whale sharks. We're over in Rome and stuff, running around doing some things. We've been pretty fortunate to see and do quite a bit of stuff, and that's why Wendy's channel is called Wendy the Explorer. So
Right.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the business, the family business?
Weaver Wireless Consultants.
And what do you do? Or what?
Well, and I own JW Weaver Consulting and Logistics. I run a large construction company that's pretty much all up and down the East Coast. We do mass excavations to where I do a lot of landfill work, coal mine work, commercial development, residential development, and oil and gas.
Okay. And what does Wendy do?
Wendy helps people understand technology, their smartphones, their tablets, their computers. Um, she's able to go in and set up smart homes and stuff like that, but she makes people feel comfortable with the menus and different things on their phones and stuff of how to make their technology work for them and help them out to stay organized and on top of things.
I may be bugging her when you're here.
That's fine. She loves that. Wendy's very well known. Well, and so are employees for the patience that they have with people and how they instruct somebody. They don't talk over them like some IT people can do.
Right.
They they break it down to where you can understand and it makes sense to you. And the patience, I always tell everybody she's been married to me for 26 years, so that I broke her in.
There's got to be patience there.
Oh, absolutely. I am not easy to live with.
All right, we got a question here. Actually, Kristen has, where's Will Fly tonight? Did you kick him all out? No, he came on in the morning or at the beginning of the show when we were doing our pre-show when we were asking Linda questions, and all of a sudden he disappeared. So I don't know where he went. But no, not kick him out. Let's see. Looking for other questions here in the chat. I know Tim was answering questions, but yeah, well, good deal. We're excited to see you guys up here.
Yeah, we're looking for, like I said, we're gonna leave pretty early Saturday morning. Friday night's our daughter's birthday, so we're gonna stay in Williamsport and then Saturday morning get up and start heading that way.
Okay.
And I figured probably there's a chance maybe Saturday night of if the weather's good, she might be able to get a flight, but I figured maybe Sunday morning if everything was good, she could fly.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, our weather here is just not looking flyable until possibly Thursday. So hopefully it will we'll be able to get some flights in. We need to get Tim up in the air and he can say, "Hey, I flew in Wisconsin."
Yes.
So
Does he still have John Wayne's wing in your gas?
no, the gas disappeared, and John did get his wing back, so that's all right. I don't mind.
So Tim, you like the Spider then, huh?
Yeah. I hope to. I haven't really put that many hours on it. Haven't got the chance to because the weather hasn't been cooperating. But the few hours I do have on it, I feel like it's a great wing, and yeah, can't wait to get more practice on it.
Good for you, buddy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're doing good. I was wondering if you were heading to Florida from Georgia or where you ended up.
I did go to Florida, but when I originally went down there, I wasn't planning on going to that fly-in in Michigan. So I was thinking I was going to stay in Florida for a week or maybe more, but I kind of started missing all you people, Eric and Jade, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to try to make that fly-in. So I had to cut my Florida trip a little short to make it up to Michigan.
Nice.
So, and I'm actually glad I did because I had a lot of fun up there. But I really enjoyed Florida too, and Eric Farewell and Aviator, they were all really nice.
Good.
And yeah.
Good. That's good, man. Well, what's that? He's a carpenter. No, that's good, man. I know everybody enjoyed being around you and stuff, and I'd have to second that you got the most flights out of anybody I saw down there while I was there. That's for sure.
Yes. I know. I think I definitely did. But I could never really fly Montana, and it was few and far in between when I could. So when I came down, it was just like green light, and I went for it, and
Good.
I got my $60 pilot fee. It was definitely worth it.
Yeah, you got yours and about 4 or 5 other people's, I believe.
Sure.
So, no, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you did get your money's worth. That is for sure. And you got your money's worth over at Torchport.
Yeah.
It cost us nothing.
Yep. And I got a lot of free food, and yeah.
You got free food. Yeah.
Yeah.
We fed them well. So.
And a big fireworks show like I've never seen.
That was a good fireworks show. This was all the owner of the airport. He paid for that all himself, paid for everything. That's just the kind of guy he is. So, and hopefully we will see him come out to our fly-in here in Tomahawk, because he has I don't remember what kind of plane he has, but he says it seats 10. And if he can get the plane out of the annual in time, he will fly it over with his family to our fly-in. And I don't know if he's going to stay the night or just a day, but love to see him. So Chris Gwynn said, Tim, need to do an SIV before you go home.
Yeah, I'm just actually reading that right now, and I agree. I should definitely do it. But I've always actually...
Oh, my gosh.
Ever since meeting with Andrew.
Are you ready?
I've really wanted to. But
I think you're going to...
I don't know, Eric. You think he's ready?
I think he's ready. I think it would be a very good thing for him. But I also know that it's all the way back to Florida he would have to go to.
Yeah, that's true.
And
You just can't go walk up there and say, okay, I want to do the SIV. So you have to go through a school first. You got to learn it.
Yeah, he's going to have to do
so you don't kill
something like that. Although I know that there's some in, I do believe, Utah. You may want to check those out and see what they do with their SIV, so you can go do that.
Yeah.
I gotta say a quick hello to Wendy. I was so rude here, I'm new to this new Zoomy thing here, so I never know if I'm on mute or I'm not. So I'm like, yeah, I know Wendy.
Hi, I was so happy to show up. Congratulations on your first flight. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Like I said, you can't really explain the feeling. Now I understand what you all say. You can't explain the feeling till you're like up there. You're like, yeah.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird how somebody can say they're scared of heights, but then they fly? But it's different when you're leaving the ground gradually. There's something about it different. It's not like you're going off a cliff.
Right.
Yeah. I like I said, I think the scariest part was like, because I've been on airplanes flying back and forth from Arizona to here and all that stuff. When I lived in Arizona, is like when you're on the airplane, you're first taking off, right, on the runway. So as we're on the ground getting ready to take off, it's very deceiving because you think it looks grass and it's all good and you're just going to skim along, skim along the grass, but you're like, and that thing's flying. And I felt like I was in a go-kart when I was growing up, with my brothers, going across the field or whatever. But once it got up in the air, there was nothing like it. Oh my gosh, nothing like it.
So do you think you would
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Do you think you would consider taking a? Do you think you'd take a course and actually learn to be a trike pilot?
Probably not. Probably not. I just enjoy, this first
Being
experience.
active.
Yeah, I would go up there again on a trike. Like with Robert, how he does the paragliding and they do their paragliding tandems kind of thing. I wouldn't do. I feel safer on a trike than I would, I think, sitting on doing a paragliding tandem. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
even told Robert that it's way different. I really felt safe from there. The harness, the whole thing was on me, and I had to laugh when I first sat down, and she's putting everything on me, and I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to listen to everything. So you heard me say okay about 20 times because I was so focused. And then she says, okay, just keep your hands and don't touch anything. And I'm like, what? Because I'm thinking I had to be like that the whole time. I have to, what? She goes, no, just, until you get up, then you can grab, is that you call those safety bars that I was gripping the whole time?
Yeah,
up there?
those were the front bars she
yeah.
was gripping onto.
Oh, yeah,
Awesome.
front bars. I have to get the lingo down, But
Well,
yeah,
just
I grabbed onto those bars once we Eric.
Just grabbing bars. That's fine.
I didn't let go. I didn't let go. Yes. Yeah.
Shane, do you
great.
got any
It was
questions for these awesome people here?
No, I mean, I am trying to hold.
Shaney.
What the? We don't care about a virus protection popping up during the show. Hold on. Ah, dang it. Yeah, no, I have nothing. Tim, I didn't really get to talk to you at Bad Apples. I had a crappy situation the whole time, so I apologize for that. And I'm just throwing this out there because I thought it was hilarious. I did get to meet Wendy Weaver's husband. He was a nice guy. There's a story behind that. Apparently, no one knows his name. They just know him as Wendy Weaver's husband. So I'm not going to let that die. I'm just going to beat a dead horse as long as I can. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize. Oh my goodness! But yeah, Linda, I wish I was there to see you take your first tandem.
I know, me too.
But it just didn't work out.
Okay.
Well, good. I'm glad
I'm gonna
that.
try.
Go ahead, Linda.
Oh no, I was gonna say they have a fly-in the first week or second week of June in Holland, Michigan. So I'll see if I can work something out and maybe I can head over there. I think Doug Martin's
they
gonna
are.
be there because he was there last
I'm
week.
gonna try to get more information on that so I can get that out there.
Actually,
But it looks,
if Tim would have told me he was coming to, or if you guys would have told me he was coming to Florida, he could have stayed with me because we're only an hour and a half from Aviators. I don't know how long. I don't know exactly the story on that.
Well, Eric Farwell let me stay at his house, so
all right.
He was real nice and let me stay there. So
I don't think Tim knew where he was going when he left
That's
that apple.
not really, no.
Because I thought he was going to kind of meander up the coast on the East Coast. And then the next thing I know is I emailed him, hey, Tim, where you at? And he goes, oh, I'm in Florida. So, but
Eric, real quick, I forgot who was the kid that was on the one wheel, whatever you call those things, because I was really impressed that as soon as he rolled up, he recognized me from the show. That's why I wear my cowboy hat. He was the first one that said, "Are you Paramount?"
I don't know. I don't know who that was.
Who was that?
I don't know. So
Yeah.
here's a couple things.
You know what I'm talking about, though. He kind of kept coming by. Yeah.
I do, and I don't. I'm almost thinking that was his first name was Ren. No.
because I was thinking he was in the chat. I don't know. He said he watches the show or something.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not
But,
100% sure. But you know how
Yeah.
you meet
But at
somebody?
least I got to meet Mike Cotter, so that was cool.
Yep. Yep. You know how when you see us
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
these shows and all of a sudden you meet them in person. So when I met Linda, Linda is a very petite person. Okay, I'm just not, I'll say it like this. She, believe it or not, is shorter than Jade. And she's just a very small. I had to make sure that my hang points, let's just put it this way. I almost put it on a solo pilot hang point because I didn't know if she was really going to make a difference on the weight of the trike. But it was just, something that you just don't realize. But Linda
That's
also,
funny.
she was
That's
in
funny.
Arizona for 40 years, and she retired from Home Depot after working there 33 years. She has two sons, Ryan and Robert. Ryan lives in Petoskey, where Linda lives,
Yeah.
and Robert
Take
lives in
care,
San Diego.
Mama.
Yep. And Robert has a show also. What is that show?
Paraglidingtalk.com on Thursday night.
That's right.
He's my
And
paraglider. Yes.
yeah, Linda was talking to Robert when she got done with her tandem, and he thanked me for taking Mom up. So made me feel good. Well, we're a little
He was
over our
very, very
8 o'clock. Yeah, we're a little bit over our 8 o'clock hour,
Very,
but I would like to thank everybody that is in the chat. If I didn't say hi to you, I apologize. I try to, but talking with everybody, but I definitely appreciate Tim, Linda, and Justin for coming on here tonight. And
Yeah, it was fun.
Justin, I will see you in what, a week? You and Wendy?
A couple days. Yeah.
A couple days.
Yeah.
And then I will see Linda next time you want to go flying. And Tim, I will see you in about 20 minutes for another piece of that peach pie.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, Nick Griffith said that Linda is shorter than he is.
Is that possible?
I don't know.
Nick, is this a
let's see.
challenge
I don't
here?
know.
It would be a toss up. I'm not putting money on it. Let's just say that. So, Kelby, yeah, we'll do an after show. Kelby wants to know if there's an after show. I'll post the link on there. But there is a couple things that I was trying to find some information that the USPPA just put out, and they are no longer going to do the, because when you become a USPPA pilot, you pay your $40, join the USPPA, and when you got your PPG-1 and PPG-2, they would actually send you $100. They're not doing that anymore because now they have the awesome magazines that they print out that I can't show you because of the. Okay, well, you guys get the point. We get these great magazines. They're not doing that anymore because they're going to put their money into the magazines, which is a shame if you guys didn't join and get that extra $100. But and there was a couple other things that I didn't that I read and I just don't remember and I can't find out where I read it from. So, but if you guys are ever looking for information on fly-ins, the USPPA is a great place to look. Also, PPG Zone is a great place to look. I'm actually going to be working with the USPPA, putting all the fly-ins together, probably starting next year. That will be my job, working with them, because I already do it on Facebook, and they asked me if you could just kind of do it on the show, or on their website. So I'm going to do that. Also, the other thing is I think that this is going to be my last show here. It's difficult to do this and run our businesses. We're following behind. I'm going to be on Jade's show. We'll be working with that together. I'll kind of be in the back. If anybody wants to take over Tuesday night show, Shane, it's all back to you guys can do it. I will come on and off and do videos or shows. I'm not sure every now and then. It's just that I have to concentrate on my main business. That is, I don't want to suffer, and I have to concentrate on our apparel business that we're working on. We really are falling behind on that. So I will be a little busy. Jade's a little busy, but I'm going to be helping Jade's show. She's going to maintain hers right now. I'll be working with that. So, Tim, is there any place that we can find you on social media?
No, I mean Facebook, but I don't really post anything other than that. No, I'm pretty off the grid.
Off the grid.
Yeah.
Linda, are you on any social media?
Monday nights, Clear TV,
Right.
Paramotor TV, yes. Every
Yes.
Monday. It's a lot of fun. Yep, I'm like the P. I call it my show, but it's actually Grandpa's, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Sean, his show. I just kind of help get guests. I get guests on the show, every week, and it's a lot of fun.
And you do
It's
a
lot of
great
fun.
job doing that. You really
Yeah.
do a good job
That's
doing
how.
that.
Thank you. Thank
So-
you. I mean that's how I found Mark McElroy. This was like 2 years ago. I just found him on Facebook and I liked his videos and everything. And I said, hey, you need to come on and be the guest. And what's really cool about it is I really didn't know a whole lot of people, in the flying community. And once he got on the show and started putting his YouTube videos out there you go. And that's what it's all about. I get these guys on there and it really opens up a new world for them because a lot of them don't know, have a lot of connections and everything. So it's kind of cool. The last 2 years, just for me getting involved, even though I don't fly, I've learned a lot about the sport, but just, getting people on there, even some of them are so camera shy, but once they get on, it's all about, sharing your stories. And I always tell them, we're all there to share our stories and support each other. We're not there to, bash anybody or all that stuff. And,
Right.
it always works really good. It's a lot of fun. I've met friends on my Facebook. My things is like it's crazy. I'm telling you, 90% of my friends on there are paramotor people. So, yeah, so super fun. Anyway, thank you so much for inviting me on the show today. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Seeing y'all.
And
Yeah.
Justin, where can we find you?
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook just under my name. I'm on LinkedIn, but that's my professional. That's my work account, I guess. That's under my name. And then I seem to be popping up on everybody else's videos from promoting and stuff.
Right.
Wendy goes, "You're in more videos than I am down there." And I said, "Well, I'm a fat guy. I stick out."
Oh, whatever. And Shane, where can we find you?
Funny.
You can find me on YouTube at Never Trust the Skinny Chef Shane. You can find me on Instagram at Never Trust the Skinny Chef Shane, or on TikTok at ppgshane.com.
And Krista just walked back and forth.
Yeah, whatever.
I know. I saw that pretty lady.
Which
All right, guys. You can find me at ppgwiener.com. I don't know if, of course, not this show anymore. I'll be doing videos every now and then. It's not going to be a weekly thing. I'll just be helping Jade out when she needs help. Otherwise, I have to, as Tony puts it, I will be running the sweatshop. But anyways, just got to get some stuff done. Maybe down the road, set it up again. But
I
just
know where-
summertime, so busy.
I know where to find a guy.
Yep. Always here. Everybody knows my number.
Did you say there's a fly-in in Wisconsin?
Did what?
Is there Isn't there a fly-in? Didn't you say, wasn't there a fly-in in Wisconsin or something in July?
Yeah, because we have a lot of spare time. We're going to do a fly-in in July 8th, 9th, and 10th, I do believe it is. We are working on getting
Okay.
it in an event out on Facebook. So just look for it. We will post it when we can on certain things. But
Okay.
yeah, we're going to have, it'll be a lot of fun. It's basically anything that falls into the FAR 103 rules. And we might see a couple of general aviation planes come in. But yeah, no, it's going to be a good time.
Okay.
Cheap fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, I
We're gonna
posted
try,
the.
me and Leslie are gonna try and get out.
Well, you got a place to stay if you guys do.
Oh,
But I
awesome.
posted the
Okay.
invite in the chat,
Cool.
and you guys can. Anybody can join in. So, all right, guys, we will see you later.